change when you get to be overweight. Like, sex is totally different. I mean, there's all that sweating and heavy breathing, and eventually you get your clothes off, and then it's okay. And there's some things you can't do. Like, I've always wanted to go bungee jumping, but I'm afraid I'll get to the end of the cord, my skeleton will stop, but the rest is just like a bag of wet cement. It's just not good. And I am a divorced guy. Thank you for caring. So being the overweight kind of makes dating a little tough. So I thought, hey, how about online dating? Because everyone lies on those things, right? Like that 17-year-old cheerleader who turned out to be a 45-year-old Detroit cop. Nice enough guy, but man, is he lonely. I wish he'd quit anything with us. And your friends are always trying to give you little bits of helpful advice too. Like they say, oh, don't go on some big diet, just make little changes to your everyday routine, which I've taken to heart. So now, when I'm snacking on sticks of butter, I don't wrap them in bacon anymore. I still dip them in ranch, because you can't go cold turkey, right? So, what else is new? So, I was reading in the paper, a gentleman, who was dating, actually OD'd on Viagra. He had a bet with two women, this is absolutely true, that he could please them all night, so to win the bet, he kept taking Viagra, and OD'd and died. And I started thinking to myself, well, you just know that's not a closed casket funeral, right? How do they keep the lid down? Maybe drill a hole in there, Then if they bury him, there's always that permanent mound. So, as I said, I'm a divorced guy, and you all know the words of wisdom, right? Why divorces cost so much? Because they're worth it. It wasn't that bad, really. We had some good times, like when we got engaged. That was a really nice night. So there we were, sun going down, glistening off the waves. So I rowed us out to the middle of the lake, pulled the ring out of my pocket, looked deep in her eyes, and I said, "Dive for it!" Who knew she could swim? By the time she swam the 1.5 miles back to shore, I kind of had to go through with it. So, but the wedding was really nice. It was kind of like a fairy tale wedding. I mean, we had the reception in an actual castle. Well, White Castle, but it was nice. We had it for the whole hour. It was kind of nice.
I think is a pretty good idea for a TV show. I hope you guys like it. Oh boy. So, all right. Here's my idea for my TV show. Let me run it past you. Let me know what you think. So, I dress up as a middle-aged white man, and then I have conversations with closet racists. Then at the end of the show, I reveal myself, and we call the show, no, say that shit again. You think that'll work? I'll pitch it into BET next week. I think it might be on. I might be on. I want to be hot, guys. I do. I want to be hot, like, for dumb reasons, though. Like, I want to be hot so I can accessorize more. So, like, good-looking guys can take fashion risks that regular guys can't take. You see a good-looking guy in a fedora, you're like, oh, man, he's in a band, or he paints sunsets or some shit like that. You see a chubby guy in a fedora, you're like, he jerks it in his mom's basement. That's happening in there. Sucks, it's not fair. Like, I overestimated how hot I was when I bought this watch. This watch is made of wood. Nowhere near hot enough to pull off a wooden watch. I'm not. Like, the first time somebody saw me with this watch on, they were like, nice watch, faggot. And I was like, Mom, come on. I think it brings the outfit together, if you ask me. I'm trying. My life. My mom's awesome. I live with her sometimes. The other times I'm homeless, I don't know. No, I live with my mom, but it's cool because like she respects me as an adult on one level, but on the same level I'm still her son. You know what I mean? So she can't help herself but do like cute mom stuff. You know, like I was taking a nap on the couch this one time and I wake up and my mom's standing over me. She has crab dip on a cracker and she's like, Ricky, you gotta try this crab dip. And I'm like, no, Mom, I don't want any crab dip. I just woke up. And honestly, I don't even like crab dip. What? You don't like crab dip? Since when don't you like crab dip? But since I became an adult and started making my own decisions. You know? She was like, you're gonna make me do this, aren't you? I was like, make you do what, lady? She was like, contact. You better open the hangar doors before I crash. And guys, what did I do as a 35-year-old man? I opened the hangar doors. I don't want her to crash. I love her. I'm not a fucking monster. Christ, this crab was delicious. I didn't know I liked it until I took a no thank you bite. It was great. I like dating because you have perks when you're dating that you don't have when you're in a committed relationship. You know what I mean? Like married people, guys who've been in a relationship for a long time. Remember when you could leave? Remember that? Remember?
Yes, I do.
The power of a good leave. You can be like, you know what? You're being crazy tonight. And you go someplace else to a different place. You know what I mean? What do you do when you're married in a relationship? Like you're being crazy and you just roll over harder and make that fucking blanket border between the two of you. That doesn't do shit. You can still feel the eyes in the back of your head. Like, God damn it! I wish we were dating. I wouldn't be here right now. And I think we can all agree the oral sex you get when you're dating is way better than the shit you get when you're in a relationship, because it's still, based on you being high and attraction. You're dating somebody and you're going to work. She's like, hold on, where are you going? To work? Come here, give me your dick. Okay, right. If she's doing it right, it probably shouldn't sound like that. But when you're in a relationship, you know what I mean? You get that obligatory head. Ugh, I don't want that. You go to your girl, you're like, she's like, you want me to do what? Is it your birthday? Is it the anniversary? What? No, it ain't none of them. Give me a dick. Give me a dick. It's awful. For real. When you're in a relationship, you're closer to being in love. Ooh. Love is scary to me. Okay, I'll break it down for you like this if you don't think love's scary. Nobody's ever killed somebody that they kind of like. Just saying. People kill people they love all the fucking time. I feel like there should be a genre of porn dedicated just to married people. Like real life married scenarios. I mean, not amateur porn. I mean real life, how you're actually doing it. Think about it, the scene can open up. It'd just be a couple who decided that they didn't have the energy to fuck that night for 10 minutes. I feel like doing it. I feel, okay, let's do it. The wife starts bitching about Linda from work. The husband's like, yep, told you she was a bitch when she first started. They peel off their fucking comfy clothes, and then they proceed to have the hottest one leg out of sweatpants missionary sex you've ever seen on Pornhub. Oh my God, it's so fucking hot. Then the guy catches a crab, he's like, shit, get on top for a second. And she's like, I hate getting on top because I'm kind of jiggly. He's like, come on, just let me rope the crab out. He's like, all right. So she gets on top, 30 seconds later, she's off because she's not feeling that shit. So, he's hitting it from the back, and she's like, when you get ready to come, you better not get that shit near my eye. It ain't your damn birthday. He's like, oh, damn, I'm sorry, baby. Then, the 3-year-old runs into the room, he sees his dad's butt, he thinks it's hilarious. He's just like, butt. And the mom's like, get Tyler back in bed, and then I come. I think that's how porn should be from here on out. Yeah. It really takes place back when I was dating the mother of my kids. So she calls me up one day and she's like, hey, you want to go out for a date? And I'm like, yeah, cool, where do you want to go? She's like, let's go to the bar. And I was 22 years old. So that still constituted as a date to me. So I was like, cool, let's go on this date. But it was a very pivotal date. It was the third date. And I don't know if you guys know the importance of the third date, but third date is what separates you from, we went on a few dates and we're dating. So I'm like, I gotta fucking crush this date, right? So this story takes place back when bars had drink specials that were probably legally too good to have. You know what I mean? 4 shots for $1, fuck yeah, line them up. He's getting drunk way too cheap, So the mother of my kids, she went to a rural school. And I don't know if you guys know anything about country schools, but those fuckers can drink. because there's nothing to do out on the farm, you know what I mean? And as you remember, I went to a Catholic private school, so I did all the drugs. Like, I just fucked up, but I wasn't a drinker. So I was like, I can't look bad on this date, I gotta crush it. So the drink special at this bar was you pay $5, you get a red Solo cup, you can drink beer all night, as much as you want. You see how you guys got it right away? You know? So I'm pounding beers, you know, and she was like, you know, let's take some shots. And I was like, ugh, shots of what? She's like, shots of tequila. I'm like, fuck, I've never done this, but I kinda like a bitch. I'm like, yeah, I love tequila, let's do it. My best friend's name, Jose, high five, that's some dumb shit like that. So we start pounding shots and beer, and I got to the point in the night where I like to call it mirror drunk. You guys ever been mirror drunk before? He knows where I'm going, Let me break it down for you. Mirror drunk is when you're in the bathroom in the bar, it is just definitely silent, and you're just staring at your reflection like, I have fucked up. And your reflection looks back like, yeah, you fucked up. So I'm mirror drunk. We get to the end of the night, she drops me off or whatever, and I'm like, it's a third date, you should give her a gift. But I was broke as shit, so all the gifts that I had was the clothes that I had on my back. So I was like, here's my jacket, you know, and here's my watch. It wasn't even made out of wood at that time. So I give her this, and I go to bed. But I wake up in the middle of the night, so I gotta go to the bathroom, guys. I gotta go number 2. So I'm doing my thing, but I just remember that the toilet is like really unstable and really creaky, and I'm like, I need to call somebody to fix this toilet in the morning. That's what I tell myself. So I finish up, and I go to bed, and I wake up the next morning, I call her, and I'm like, yeah, I had a good time last night. And she's like, yeah, I had a good time last night, but you gave me a coat and like a shitty watch and was like, stay warm, but don't let the time pass you by. And I was like, I thought you enjoyed poetry. Is what I thought. So we're sitting there talking, and I'm like, yeah, so what's that smell? And she's like, wait, what? I'm like, nothing. So we got to talking, and I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? So at this point, I gotta find out what the smell is. So I start to track the smell down. I go to one end of my room, there's nothing there. I go to the other end of my room, into my closet. I go to my dresser drawer. I open the first drawer, open the second drawer, immediately close the second drawer. I'm like, you know what? I gotta call you back. So guys, at some point in the night, I had shit in my second drawer. Okay, yeah, all right, okay, I shit in the drawer, that's funny, whatever. Well, but fuck that. Think about like a regular sized dresser, right? And think how high up the second drawer is. Like, how the fuck did I get up there? Was I like a drunk Spider-Man? Like, this makes sense, this is how it's supposed to be. But like, think about this, I had the presence of mind to close the drawer as if I had flushed the toilet. So I call her back, and I'm like, you're never gonna guess what I did. And she's like, what'd you do? I was like, I shit in my second drawer. And without missing a beat, she was like, did you at least wipe? And I was like, I love this woman, we're gonna have kids. Thank you guys, I'm Apollo Wednesday. I'm out.
I know some of y'all staring at me and got some questions.
Yeah.
I got answers. I answered the question number 1. I'm 6'9", you guys.
Wow.
Ladies. Answer question number 2, size 19 shoe. Alright, check it out, baby, check it out. Why are you looking, sir?
I think I got you beat.
Answer question number 3 is bigger than yours, motherfucker. He's like, no shit, Mr. Big Black Man. But I'm in a good mood today, y'all. Really, really good mood. Give it up for me. I just had a son last year. Yeah. Celebrating today because I just found out he's really mine. DNA took a little bit longer than I thought, man. Here's the thing about being a parent, though. Like, I'm broke right now. So to save money, I've sent my son to my cousin's daycare. When I tell y'all it's the most ghetto daycare you've ever seen in your life, like, how do you own a daycare and you don't have custody of your own kids? You talking about daycare gonna be closed this Friday. I got a meeting with Child Protective Services. I said, God damn. Call it daycare. They need to call that shit they don't care. So I mentioned earlier I was 6'9", y'all, but I'm a 6'9" guy who failed at sports. Right? Let me say that again. I'm a 6'9" black guy that failed at sports, right? So you guys are laughing, but that's a disgrace in the black community. They can tell you that right now. Well, especially my family, I should say, because I come from like a sports family. Like my cousin, Willie Crawford, was like 6'4", won a World Series for the LA Dodgers back in the day.
Nice.
Yeah. But not only that, like my father, Curtis Rowe, is 6'7". He won 3 national championships at UCLA under Coach John Wooden. Then in 1971, he got drafted by the Detroit Pistons, and he became an NBA All-Star.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah. See, I'm Cam, bro. I'm 6'9". My last job was at Coney Island. They're like, did your boy play ball? I'm like, no, but he can make the hell out of some chili cheese fries. So this is the truth. This is really true. Like my family, like they love to mess with me because of this. This is the true story. When I was still actively pursuing sports, my family prank called me on NFL draft night. Now don't say, oh, they some assholes. Bro, I can't make this up. I got a call and they were like, this is the Detroit Lions. We want to draft you. I said, for real? She said, hell no, this is your mom. Come out here and check out this trash. Somebody drafted you. It's my mama, man. It's like she loves me, but she can't stand me, right? I was like her ticket out. Like I was just over her house the other day, she was just staring at me. I said, what's wrong, Mom? She said, so I guess I just fucked your daddy for nothing. That's what I done, right? I was like, damn, first of all, it's my birthday. Like, you could have told me that shit tomorrow, Mom. But I'll take that from my mom, right? Because that's my mom, right? I'll take that from her because my mom's a strong woman. Like, my mom's so strong, I think that all women are stronger than men. Seriously, you guys are. Y'all, girl, give it up. Y'all are. Because you gotta think about it. Like, my mom had me the old-fashioned way with no drugs and nothing. Would you have my big ass with no drugs? I came out this size. My mom had me with no drugs. I had bowel movements so big I wish I had an epidural. So I take that from my mom. I ain't gonna take that from everybody. Like my cousin, they talk about, man, your daddy played pro ball, you should play pro ball. I said, ain't that bitch, your daddy was a pimp, he never got no hoes around. You know how disappointed my bachelor party was because of you guys? That's how my family is, man. That's what we like to do. Like I said, like we love to roast each other in my family. Like you guys ever seen like those Comedy Central roasts on TV? Yeah, see that's what we do in my family. Like we like to roast each other. But nobody's off limits, like the kids or nobody. Like once you learn how to talk, your ass can get roasted in my house. For real, man. Like my daughter's 5 years old. I was getting ready for the show tonight. She said, Daddy, you getting ready for the show tonight with your dinner shirt on? I said, dinner shirt? She said, yeah, you spilled dinner on your shirt. And I started to let it go, and I just looked at her and I was like, at least I got all my fucking teeth in my mouth. You look like a snag-a-tooth tiger, girl. What's wrong with you? And besides, you can't even spell dinner. She said D-I-N-E-R. It used to be 2 N's, but you ate one of them, motherfucker. I said, damn, she's good. I said, now go make me some chili cheese fries. Love my family, man. Like, father's crazy too. My father's a crazy guy. Like I said, he, played in the NBA, you know what I mean? And cool thing about, having a father who played in the NBA is like I grew up privileged, right? For example, I'm black, I got great credit. I love Broadway musicals.
Right.
And I know how to swim. A lot of people laughing too hard at that shit, man. I can swim my ass off, man. So my dad is just like me, man. He's just like me. Like we like to have fun, man. He's he's the most open and honest, blunt person I know, man. Like he'll say the craziest shit, and you won't even like. I remember I was 5 years old, man. He said the craziest shit to me, because I remember like I grew up in Southfield, you know, back when white people used to live there. I don't know if you guys remember that shit. But you know, for real, man. Like my kindergarten class is just like this room right here. So I remember, you know, like I asked my dad. I recognized. I said, Dad, wow, like why do we live around so many white people, man? He looked around, make sure nobody was looking. He said, well, son, because when you live around too many niggas, it lowers your property value. I love my people, but this house is an investment. Fuck that. You know your friend Darnell who just moved next door? That's $10,000 of equity we just lost. I said, damn, man, that's fucked up. You wasn't lying either, though. My dad's a cool guy, man. Like he loves to have fun. My dad loves that. Like I said, he's a big kid. Like one of his favorite things to do in his heyday was drive around in a fancy car and then park next to a white person in a shitty car. And as soon as they made eye contact with him, he'd lock his door. It was all in fun. My dad's cool though, man. He's more like a friend than a father, right? Like sometimes you see he takes that too far. Like we were watching TV the other day, we were watching Beyonce. He said, man, Beyonce, she is fine, son. I said, yeah, she is that. He said, man, you know who had a body like that back in the day? I'm talking about Pow, Pang, Boom. I said, who, like Pam Grier or Suzanne Summers? He said, no, your mama. That's why she's your mama, son. What do you want me to do with that information, Dad? I can't even look at Beyonce the same no more, man. Every time I see her on TV doing that booty dance, I'm just like, no, mama, no. Yeah, man. But I've also been working out, man, trying to lose weight, you know what I mean? Get up for me, lost 25 pounds last month. I gained it back this month, though. Last month was my, oh, thank you, man. And here's the thing about losing weight, like I had to start making critical decisions, man. Like I dropped something the other day and I was like, do I really need this? Fuck that driver's license. I'm the Secretary of State tomorrow. And I haven't always been this big, man. Like just a few years ago, I used to weigh 225. You know, I was playing sports and stuff. Now I weigh too fucking much. That's not working out. And people treat you differently when you gain weight. Like when I was thin, everybody used to say I looked like Kanye West. This is back when people used to like Kanye West. But now they say I look like that big ass black dude from that movie Blind Side. I got white people trying to adopt me now. It's my new father right here.
Yeah, right here.
That's why I knew my dick was bigger than his.
Come on now.
But because I've only been this big for a few years, man. It's only been bigger for a few years, Dan. Don't worry.
I won't say nothing.
That's all right. See, but I'm still a skinny person in my head, man. You know what I mean? I am, man. Like, you know, but I'm constantly reminded that I'm not. Like I was at the gym yesterday, this big 600-pound dude comes up to me, he's like, hey, man, people like me and you need to stick together. People like who, sir? You know what I mean? Like, don't put me in a fat category just yet. I just got here. You a lifetime member, sir. Can't eat the same no more, man. Like when I was thin, I used to go to like, my mama's house, eat like 10 plates of food. She'd be bragging because she thought I was going to the NFL. She's like, y'all, look at my baby over there eating 10 plates of food. That's a grown boy, y'all. Now she can see me eating a small piece of cracker. She's like, look at this hungry hippo. He eating up all the crackers. I said, can you at least lower your voice, mama? Because we're in church right now. This cracker is for communion. This cracker represents the body of Jesus Christ. She said, you look like you ate the whole damn body. You look like you ate Jesus and all 12 of his disciples. I said, it's still my birthday, Mama. But for me, man, like, the biggest motivation to lose weight, like for me, the biggest motivation to lose weight is I look exactly like my older brother now. My older brother's always been a big dude, and he's gay. But no, I don't have a problem looking like him because he's gay. I just don't want to look like him because he's an asshole. Yes, man. I love my brother, but he's an asshole. And this is why I say this. Like, I have the most loving, accepting parents in the world. Nobody ever cared that my brother was gay. It was never a big deal. Everybody always knew. But my brother is such a drama queen. He would love the fact that my parents disowned him just so he would have a story to tell. That sounds like an asshole, doesn't it? Like, I'll never forget when he came out, my mom was downstairs cooking dinner. He runs downstairs like, Mom, I got something to tell you. I'm gay. Without hesitation, my mom goes, no shit. You want peas with your carrots? My brother was pissed, man. He said, okay, fine. Wait till Dad gets here. Wait till Dad gets here. So my dad walks in the house. He said, Dad, I got something to tell you. I'm gay. Now, my dad got quiet for a second, right? So that threw everybody off, and the whole house got quiet. And finally, my dad turns and looks at my brother and goes, well, more pussy for me. Walked off, man. Then my mom hit him over the head with an ashtray. So I got a stepson too, you guys, right? Stepsons, man. For that's some younger and older people here. Just in case you guys become step parents, I created my own definition. A stepson, that's when your wife and some stranger fuck, and then you have to take care of the product of said fuck. See, because a stranger left because he realized your wife was crazy before you did. That's pretty accurate. That's what a stepson is. I love my stepson, man. He's 10 years old. I've been in his life since he was 2. You know, he's real health conscious. He goes to like a prestigious prep school back in the suburbs of Detroit. Prestigious just means you go to school with white people. No, it's great, man. He's like I said, he's real health conscious, but he's always trying to drop me like subliminal hints. He's kind of a smart ass about it. Like he came home the other day like, Dad, I need you to help me with my spelling words. I said, okay, cool, what's the first word? He said, diabetes. I said, man, that's not in your spelling list. He said, no, Dad, they're just bonus words. We got to use them in a sentence. I said, okay, cool, what are the next words? He said, gym membership. I said, all right, man, you trying to be funny, right? You trying to be funny. I said, why don't we use the word doggy in a sentence? As in, after I help you with your spelling words, me and your mama about to do it doggy style. That's something to think about, son. He said, Dad, that's funny. Seriously, that's funny. But before you go, seriously, can you help me use the word first in a sentence? I said, first? He said, yes, and my real daddy did it doggy style first. Something to think about, Daddy? He was right. I was up all night thinking about that shit. Like, damn, he's good, man. One more thing. Last thing about losing weight. You know, I have a 1-year-old son now. And I think the importance of one thing about my son, like he loves titties, man. The 1-year-old kid, baby, loves. I'm seriously, like any girl, he'll, like they'll hold him and he'll just start like motorboating him. Like, and I thought it was the funniest shit in the world. Till one day I was walking around the house with my shirt off. And he gave me this look, and I was like, hey man, this is a masculine chest right here, dude. And he said, gaga goo goo, and apparently gaga goo means like, nah, daddy, them some titties. Put my shirt on fast as hell. I didn't want no parts of that.